Hi everyone. We've been traveling. My family was able to take this amazing vacation, which was so much needed for us and specifically for my husband. He works very, very hard. And seeing how much effort he puts in his job, it's, when you learn to give everything of yourself and spend that energy working. I think what we're learning, and we constantly learning as a family, of importance to relax. So this vacation was very much needed, specifically I would say for my husband, but for all of us as well, to be here, to be in Hawaii overall, and to visit Hawaii. So we had such an amazing time, and we're so grateful we got a chance to visit these beautiful, gorgeous, magnificent, outstanding islands. With just beauty all around. So we attended the 37th, I believe, 37th or 38th annual volcano festival here, and our children had such an amazing time exploring and learning different crafts, Hawaiian crafts, and we learned how to weave these wonderful bracelets. There you go. We learned, my daughter specifically was interested in quilting, and my youngest daughter learned how to make poi, which is like from taro, so it's like mashed up taro paste mush. It was really fun. And they learned, my boy enjoyed making the specific, like it's a game, like it's a stick, and there's a rope attached to it and a little coconut thingy. I'm not sure if I can find it here, but it's like a toy. I think just overall a great experience visiting the islands. And I have not specifically thought about something like this, but it just being able to spend the time here and reflect on life, I felt that that's what I want to do. I want to start those videos, the videos where I will have an opportunity to share about my passion, and specifically the passion that I've had for the past 3 years. I want to say around 3, maybe 3.5 years. So my grandma's diagnosis of Alzheimer's, and then finding out that she had breast cancer, prompted me to research what I could do for her. And I learned, first I remember starting to read about coconut oil, and how some people who would take like a teaspoon of coconut oil a day, they had great results, specifically for Alzheimer's. Like they were able to respond better to people around them and just kind of come alive. So that was quite fascinating to me. And this is the event. So we had this campaign on the Air Force Base, and it was called the Healthy Kids campaign. And so children and I took our children, and we went to listen, to learn, to see what's out there. It sounded fun. Healthy kids, right? And so we were given like a bag of vegetables to take home with us. It was like so neat, exciting. And I've met there were people at the tables, and couple tables I found very interesting. Some of one of the tables served vegan cupcakes, and by then I already I started to try things on myself, but it was just like I tried to bake vegan cupcakes, and my children tried those cupcakes, and they're like, Mom, it's exactly what you made, like it tastes like what you made. So they were excited to try it from someone else. The specific event that we went to, it was the presentation by one of the doctors, and there were two of them actually. One of the doctors, I remember specifically, shared his story about, I believe he's a food doctor. He's a surgeon, from what I understand. And he shared a story about his health, his life, and how he would wake up and drink soda and have like those patties, like McDonald's type of breakfast with a patty. And every morning, he would have this every morning. And then he realized that his artery was clogged. I cannot recall the event, what happened, but I just remember him saying that he was very shocked that he was a doctor. He was doing surgeries, different types of surgeries on people. But here he was in this situation that he put himself unknowingly, and not really realizing how serious it was, and that he had a clogged artery, and it would cause more complications in the future if he wouldn't take care of it. And there may have been a discussion about surgery as well on his heart. I'm not positive, but I remember him. That's the first time I've heard him mentioning the China study. And believe it or not, I have not read that book until just recently. I was so grateful for the opportunity to have sat at this presentation, because they say maybe if it's in the whole room of people, if there's one person at least, I hope he would feel the same way, if there's at least one person who would change the lifestyle and find health, it's worth it. And I truly feel like I was that person sitting there at that presentation. We actually were late, and I just remember thinking, well, what can I eat? Like, I love food. What can I eat? I wanted to know, like, breakfasts, lunches, dinners. I didn't want to know what you cannot eat, because it sounds like limitation. I wanted to know what I could eat, and I wanted options, variety of options. And so I remember the mention for breakfast. It was like oatmeal with fruit, berries, and like salads. I remember how he mentioned that he doesn't, we tend to think of salad as lettuce. And I love lettuce and I love kale. But he said, it's not just the lettuce that I make this big salad. I don't use just a lettuce. I put like peppers. I stuff it with peppers and tomatoes and cucumbers and just variety, like carrots, variety of things, variety of vegetables that I love it. And I do make this big salad, but it's not just lettuce. It doesn't. He said, as a matter of fact, I don't like lettuce that much, so I eat vegetables and that salad. And he said that he would squeeze like juice of lime or lemon and use it instead of dressing. And there was just there was a lot of information that I took out from this presentation, but I just remember coming back home and eating like 3 bowls of salad. Just because I had smaller bowls. So I ate and I thought, oh, I could still eat more, and I ate more and I ate more. So, but it was really cool because I felt great. So that was just a big changing moment in my life, and I remember talking to my husband about this and telling him, this is so incredible. I've met this vegan person on Tinker Air Force Base, and not only that, he came and he spoke to us about veganism, and it was a Healthy Kids campaign. So it was pretty. So I'm dedicating this first video to my sweet grandma, who on the 15th of July it will be a year since I lost her, and she has been everything to me. She took care of me, she fed me, she clothed me, took care of me. I was really blessed. I was really blessed in my life to have a grandma who raised me, who lived close by me. And I will always cherish those moments. And I feel like that's why I'm so attached to her. Since the development of technology, there's so many bloggers, so many YouTube channels that help us learn about this lifestyle, plant-based lifestyle, veganism, and I'm grateful to have that support, because I feel like that's what helped me, that's what gave me the foundation and courage to switch to this lifestyle, and also little by little switch our family to this lifestyle. And I would love to share in the future how we did it, and how easy and hard it was, and how we on a daily basis learned to make choices, and are still learning. It's a journey. We try the best we can. So now we have some exciting news to share in this video. So when I took my plant-based nutrition course from eCornell, I learned about, and I've heard about it before, but there was a mention of the happiest and long-living people on earth, and there are just couple places were mentioned, and one of them, it's like this is funny because this is almost like a gender reveal type of stuff in a way. So do you guys know what this is? This is a potato. I love these potatoes. As a matter of fact, this is the first time that I've tried this specific potato in my life, and it's here on this island. So let me open it up and show you and the reason I want to show you is because this is something that I'm incredibly grateful for our future. I feel like, again, we're just like led to this, and I hope everything works out to the best and we're able to create this life in a new place for the next couple years. And I'm so excited about it. So we're moving. As a military family, we're moving. And we found out officially just recently about this. So can you guess where are we moving? It's a sweet potato. And let me open it. Let me open it so you can see this gorgeous color. So here you go. Do you see this? It's so cool. This is so cool. Let me zoom in if I can. This is purple. So this is Okinawan sweet potato, and this is Okinawan sweet potato, and we're moving to Okinawa and guess what the diet is. And can you imagine how excited I am? Like, this is one thing that I thought about, like, when we move. What came to mind? Sweet potatoes. But the thing is that in commissary, I have not seen these ones specifically yet. Maybe I just admitted, but the ones I've tried recently actually that became my favorites are it's Japanese sweet potato. But when I would open it up, it wasn't purple, it was just white. And what I love about that potato, and this one as well, is the starchiness. So I thought that I really liked the regular orange sweet potatoes. This is amazing, at least for my taste buds. I love the sweet potato, my favorite sweet potato. Either that one with the white inside, but I prefer this one. This is like one of my favorite ones since a couple days ago, because of the color. And this color actually is, the purple color is great because it tells us that this tuber is full of antioxidants, and from what I've read, it has 150% more, something like, of antioxidants more than blueberries. And another interesting thing actually is that nutritionally, most of the nutrition is closer to the skin of the sweet potato. So when you want to cook it, you do not want to peel the skin. You want to leave the skin on and maybe then peel it. And actually what we do when we eat sweet potatoes, we take the peels out too, and our dog loves those peels, which I don't blame her. Knowing that there is so much nutrition in there, it's pretty neat. Okay. Another information that I've learned about this sweet potato, this particular sweet potato, is that it's a good source of vitamin A. Really good source. It's a good source of has B6, vitamin B6, folate. I see folate is good. Potassium, vitamin C. As far as iron, it's low on iron, but really good source of vitamin A. And as I mentioned, it has magnesium, and B6 has calcium, some calcium, vitamin C. So it's just incredible food. So I'm really excited. And knowing that Japanese, mostly, back then also, they survived on sweet potatoes. As a matter of fact, we went to Pearl Harbor, and I listened to one of the dads, talking to his young boy and saying how his grandma had to go to a different island in Polynesia, I believe. It was just one of the smaller islands, and I think I cannot recall the correct story, but it sounded like she just had to go there. And they did not, and he said, and she ate only sweet potatoes. That's the only food that they had. And that is like almost brought back the memories of, like, or just like as a comparison, I could say you could compare it to like rice and beans, right? They had to eat rice and beans. So his grandma had to eat sweet potatoes. Maybe it was great grandma. But the point is that she had to survive on sweet potatoes. And she was from Japan, just on a different island. So it's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible to know that there's a group of people whose majority of diet consists of sweet potatoes and fruit, and they are living long life, and they are healthy and happy people. So this is fascinating to me. And knowing, this is one thing where I'm so excited, incredibly excited to be able to go to Japan, is to learn the culture, to learn their nutrition, traditions, like everything about it, because the best way to go about it is to go to the source, right? So I'm incredibly grateful for this opportunity that military offers us to go there, and as a family to experience and learn about this. So guys, if you do have any questions if you do have any questions about the lifestyle, how we switched to this lifestyle, and the things that you would like to hear me cover, I feel like it would be so much easier to cover it over the videos than me typing and writing it out. And I would like to do that. This is my, I believe, preferred way of answering it at the moment, answering those questions. So please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them. And what I'm really looking forward to the future, and being able to share just little things I've found these past couple years when I read and had my questions, millions of questions, and how we can, what I can do to for example, meat substitutes or something that I can use instead of meat and incorporate in our dishes. And we're still learning. It's a journey. It's a never-ending journey, and I'm grateful for that. That's what makes this journey interesting. So please do not hesitate to ask questions, and join me, even if it's just exploring, learning just a little bit more about plant-based nutrition and veganism, because this we are all told to eat vegetables, right? They cannot be bad for us, and I think it's easier to incorporate them into our diets if we understand why and how they help us, how they help our bodies to be stronger, to have more energy, and what do those vegetables and fruit do to our bodies. So it's exciting. It's so new to me, and I'm just looking forward to it. I think I need this way out, and I dedicate these series to my grandma, and truly grateful for her, truly grateful for everything she has taught me, everything she has given me. I'm grateful for my grandma teaching me how to be a strong woman, and giving me the wings to fly, and encouraging me every time, even when I did not have, at the moment, I did not realize maybe that I have not had faith in myself. She had faith in me. She believed that. She saw me for who I could become. And it wasn't a career or success. It was about the person I could become. It was about the values that I developed in my life, and she saw, and she taught me those values. So for that, I'm forever grateful for you, Grandma.